Hi, folks. Good morning. We are headed into Mobile here. Causeway's coming up in just a moment. Y'all have to forgive my voice here. I guess I've just worn it out, over these last few days here. So if I clear my throat or cough a little bit here, y'all just forgive me and pretend like it didn't happen. This morning we're headed into Mobile. We've got renters checking in, and one of the units in Mobile tomorrow. So laundry's been dropped off. Um, and the unfortunately the laundry was dropped off before after the cleaners have gone and completed their clean. So I get to go over there and put my maid's apron on and get all the beds made and towels set out, all that kind of stuff. So um, working on that today. Yesterday, we hinted a little bit at what I was going to be talking about in these next few episodes. Maybe we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, I don't end up rambling on, but wanted to talk a little bit about the sales funnel that we're working through and really trying to learn. Um, I've mentioned in the past that we're working with Ventori to do some cold email marketing right now. They do a lot more than just cold email, but I've kind of talked about how the more stuff you do, the more your monthly costs and operational expenses go up each day or each month, and so we haven't taken advantage of their full suite of products just yet. We're kind of trying to dial our sales process um, a little bit before we just go lock, stock, and barrel into their CRM software to manage leads and all that kind of stuff. And so, one of the things that I've been working on is honing the sales pitch and I created a sales deck a few months ago for kind of just a presentation of like, hey, look, this is how I operate. To kind of answer any initial operational questions that people might have. And I made that thing thinking, okay, well, you got to have this to be able to you know communicate with somebody and provide a clear presentation of what the services are that you offer, startup costs, operational costs, all that kind of stuff. And I really haven't even had to use it yet, mainly because I haven't gotten so far as to uh, create a sales pitch for anybody. The cold email, we're kind of we've crafted an offer in the cold email where we're basically sending emails to folks and saying, hey, look, would you like a free rental projection for your unit? Um, and so, it's an easy way to get a foot in the door. It's a non-committal thing for people to um, respond to and say, yeah, sure, whatever, you can send me a rental projection. Um, and I think we've had, let's see, I think we've had about 15 or 18 people respond back and say, yeah, sure, let's talk. Let's send me your rental projection. And I think what I'm realizing is, um, okay, yes, that's an offer of free stuff. In Alex Hormozzi's book, $100 million offers. One of the things that he talks about are lead magnets, and lead magnets are basically something that is totally free, no commitment, and it gets people to respond. And so, in the sense of getting people to respond, our cold email campaigns are working a bit. I'll this afternoon I'll pull up my dashboard with Bentori and kind of run through some of the numbers in terms of open rates, bounce rates, response rates, etc. And y'all, hopefully y'all can tell me uh, whether or not those percentages are good. But so, you know, lead magnet. All right, fine. We're getting a little bit of traction with our lead magnet. Um, and I think what I'm struggling with at this point is, convincing people to take the next step, and what the next step should be once I send them this, you know, low commitment rental projection. It's almost it. I get the sense that people are getting this rental projection and either saying, "Okay, yeah, this confirmed for me." That, yeah, my property's doing just fine and my property manager's doing just fine and I don't need to change anything. And it's like, okay, well, that's fine if you're just kicking the tires and trying to get me to go away. That's a pretty good way to do it, is to, you know, say, yeah, send me the rental projection. We'll call it a day. So I think what I've got to figure out is how to get to the next step. One of the big things in sales, that a lot of people talk about is being able to overcome objections. Um, and so, like, I know a lot of, you know methods and tactics and all that kind of stuff for how to overcome those objections. Well, my problem is I haven't gotten so far as to get to the objections stage. I have had one customer, um, one potential warm lead, reach out, and he came up with some objections that I didn't have really great answers for. I've come up with a few ideas. We're using a flat fee model, and so he said, well, if your flat fee model is the same every month, my revenue is not going to be the same every month. I'm going to have, in winter months, I'm going to have very low revenue. And then in summer months, I'm going to have very high revenue. Well, in the winter months, what am I going to do, when I'm not getting enough money, to float the mortgage? And, it's a fair question. You know, the simple answer that is probably not the right answer to that customer is, well, you just have to rat hole a little bit of money from the summer months to be able to make it work. And that's not exactly an answer. Um, that's not a good way to overcome that objection. So, I've been thinking about doing, you know, flat fee, but variable flat fees based off the month. I quote you an annual price, and, in the months of December, January, and February, it's X, and then in the rest of the months, it's Y. So, you know, didn't come up with that on the fly as I was talking with him, unfortunately. But that's one objection that I've seen, but really the only objection that I've had where I was like, nah, I don't know what to tell you, man. So, anyways, like I said, I'm gonna work on a little bit more, honing the sales process and the funnel and the process of getting from here's your rental projection to let's get on a phone call and have a discussion about whether or not we're a good fit for your property management needs. Um, and I'll kind of talk through some ideas that I've got working in the back of my head, based off of those books that Alex Hormozy wrote and published. He's got a great YouTube channel. I might tag them in there just if anybody's curious. Um, but his books, $100 million offers and $100 million leads, are excellent resources and are designed, for companies kind of in our life cycle, to get from where we are now to $100 million. So that's how we got the name of the books. So, anyways, I'll tag them and then post links to those books if y'all are interested. I've read them. I've done the audio books. He actually recommends reading and doing the audio books simultaneously as a great way to retain all the information. And there's no doubt that that's accurate. So, anyways, headed into the Bankhead here. Hope y'all have a great Friday and a great weekend headed in. We'll catch y'all on Monday. See ya.